A huge part of, I think, my life as a woman has been my weight being constantly monitored, my food intake being monitored, you know, and I think the question is not so much about health, but more about aesthetics. How appealing is my appearance, no?
Is this woman fat? Or is she just healthy? Not questions we would normally ask of anyone publicly, but that's why artist Katie Usher opened up this space at the Image Factory this morning, as part of the annual lab experiment where for the next 2 weeks, artists explored the furthest reaches of their talents and minds. Usher poured out her lifelong frustration with body obsession into her chosen medium, art. Do you consider yourself healthy at this time?
That's a good question. Healthy in what sense? Because there's the physical body, but there's also the emotional and the mental body. And I will tell you that having people constantly telling you about something that you're well aware of, who isn't aware of their weight, their height, it does take a toll, you know, emotionally.
Also on the menu are creative expressions about social issues. The always challenging Brigida Haylock will tackle another local taboo, domestic abuse, from the point of view of abusers.
It's not only looking at women being abused, but abuse on a whole with men, children, and women. So I don't want to talk too in depth about it because it's a surprise for the audience, but it's to bring more awareness, and I'm not going to look at the victim. We should stop looking at the victim and look at the person who is causing the problem. So I'm going to explore the views of the abuser. So all I'm going to say is going to be very interesting. Be prepared for an unforgettable night.
Taiwanese mother of 3, Yao Ling Lee, is just getting back into the art world after a hiatus, but she has an ambitious project planned for the lab later this week.
It's an improvised art. I combine music and the dance. I have 2 sets of musicians. They come, including one dancer. Classical music, and the other one's African drum with the dance. And well, it's I used to do this drawing, painting in a bar with jazz musician a long time ago. And since Katie has this, the space, and I would like to do it, but with different ways. That will be different kind of feeling. And I can't wait to see how it come out.
And not to be left out of the action is Yasser Musa, who wants to have tea with Donald Trump. But the US president isn't coming to Northfront Street.
We have had to bear the overbearing consequences of him becoming the leader of what they call the free world. Every night we have to endure this harassing bombardment, this ridiculous global circus. And to me, having tea with him, I will write a poetry book in that moment. From 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. my lab will go. And I will write and publish the book and put it online. And what will this poem called Tea with Trump be about? Well, it will just be, I have no idea. I've been writing it in my head so long because I thought it was one thing, and then this weekend it changed because he allowed his daughter to sit with all those world leaders as if, when you take your daughter to school day or to work day, and you just put her with Angela Merkel and the president of China. I mean, you've seen the news about that. Now, all power to her as a woman and all that, but that's not the point. The point is that how do we deal with this kind of disruption? And I think it's important for artists to confront this global space because, yes, we live in Belize, but we have to interpret and tolerate this ongoing disruption in our mind. So this whole act in the lab is about how do we confront our personal tea moments, which is peace with ourselves, and the atomic energy of media.
It all adds up to an interesting fortnight of expression, creation, and thought provocation. Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.